dude with an attitude. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. He hid and ran from God. When God found him, he gave him the job. The job was this: for him to go and tell that city they didn't know. But Jonah disobeyed, and he hopped on a boat. But because of the storm, the boat couldn't float. The storm was so bad, it was whipping the sail. There was thunder, lightning, and even hail. Then Jonah was thrown into a watery jail, which turned out to be a big, stinky well. For 3 days, as he passed the time, all he could think of was his crime. So Jonah repented, and he said he'll go to that land. And soon after, the fish spit him out onto the sand. So Jonah cleaned up, and he went on his way to Nineveh, for he had to say, "Repent today, or you will pay." And all the townspeople said, "Okay."
I have no speech. So children, when tempted to disobey, remember this tale. And if you run from God's call, look out for the whale. And should you stay away from the sea, may God send an elephant after thee. And now let's hear from the New Jericho Choir, Children's Choir, and go, go, Jonah!
Told you! Welcome to the Museum of the Bible. If you haven't gotten them yet, tickets for guided tours may be purchased from the attendant in the lobby. We hope your visit helps you learn more about the Holy Bible, God's book of love.
We're off to a great start.
With shepherd songs and Solomon's proverbial
start our tour in the Hall of Prophets.
Pam, what's that smell?
Oh, that's the exhibit on Jonah. We're simulating the smell inside the belly of a whale.
Will you tell us about Jonah?
Well, God had a very big job for Jonah. Jonah didn't go. Jonah didn't want to go to Nineveh. As a matter of fact, the Ninevites were very bad people and enemies of Israel, along with the Hittites, the Ammonites, and the Moabites. Yes, Olivia?
Don't forget the mosquito bites.
So,
Where did Jonah go?
he went down and got on a boat to try to hide from God. He hid in the bottom of the boat and fell asleep. Sailors. Make waves. Like you do in real life. Make waves.
You would turn me into day with one ray of your light.
Where, oh where would you not be? Oh, there's nowhere that you're not here, loving me. Where, oh where would you not be? Oh, there's nowhere that you're not here, loving
It may awful news. I see water.
Excuse me. That's okay, sailor. I need a little space here. God didn't want Jonah to hide, so he caused a terrible storm.
Yeah, maybe it's
So
bad.
the storm continued, and the sailors threw their gods overboard.
The sailors saw the power of God and threw them all away. One was
God!
Gad.
Wow.
Wow.
Anybody.
Me. Dominic.
So,
Did their gods stop the storm?
how could they? Their gods were make-believe gods. Only Jonah worshipped the true God. The sailors found Jonah and asked him his name. Jonah?
Well, I am Kermit the Frog.
No,
you
you're
are
not.
not. He is Wayne and hangs out with a pig. Who are you? Okay, I am Prince Charming.
You're not charming, really. Who are you?
Okay, fine. I am a heathen who worships the one true God and I am hiding from him.
Thank you, that makes sense.
Jonah knew that God was trying to get his attention, so he told the sailors to throw him into the sea.
Calm down? No, down.
Did
The sea calm down?
yes, and the sailors all knelt on their knees to worship God.
Light of the world, you step down into darkness. Open my eyes, let me see beauty that made this heart adore you. Hope of a life spent with you. Here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether worthy, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me.
Now God still had to get Jonah safely to Nineveh, so God gave Jonah and Jonah spent the next 3 days inside the belly of that whale. Finally, God spit Jonah out. I'll say it again.
You, it sure is stinky in here. And look what this fish has been eating. There's tuna, some old sneakers, some fish, and a license plate. Did he eat a car?
Jonah knew what he had to do.
Go to Nineveh.
Jonah went. He walked all the streets of Nineveh, telling everyone they had to ask forgiveness of God. Finally, even the king of Nineveh got word of what Jonah was saying and asked God to forgive his country.
Your Majesty, please speak.
We've been bad, real bad, but from now on we will change and worship in the one true God.
King of all things, oh so highly exalted, glorious in heaven above. Humbly you came to the earth you created, all for your sake became poor. Here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. We're all together lovely, all together worthy, all together wonderful to me.
Colin, you look like you have a question.
So why does Jonah as a missionary save the people of Nineveh? Can we be missionaries too?
Yes, we can show God's love in all we do. Okay, kids, time to get back on the bus and head back to school. Thank you all. Thank you for joining us. So be careful.
That has been all of Jonah. We now return to our usual play activities.
The B-I-B-L-E, it's a book of history, with twisted thoughts we love, we knots and lots of mysteries. There are monsters from the deep, women rising from their sleep, animals that talk and walking giants. Yes, the Bible is a book of knowledge, the Bible is a book of law. And you're liable to be lost without it, 'cause most of all, the Bible is a book of